In my role at TechTarget, I talk to lots of B2B tech providers and agencies about how to move the needle in marketing and sales. A common question I get is how much they spend on branding, if anything. The question's understandable. Every marketing expense today is really put under the ROI microscope, and let's face it, it's harder to track the direct impact of branding on pipeline versus other tactics. So when deciding if branding should be part of your mix, suggest you ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1 is, do prospects know you? Do they really associate you to what you're selling today? There's an interesting social science phenomenon known as mere exposure effect. Basically, it states that we tend to develop a preference for things just because we're familiar with them. The primary role of branding is to familiarize prospects with your company so that you have an edge when it comes time to buy. Now, this may sound like abstract theory, but we know this to be true because we actually measured it. We recently analyzed 2,000 banner campaigns on TechTarget's network over a 2-year period. We looked specifically to see if those placements had an impact on a buyer's consideration. We were able to do this because as part of our research services, we're constantly surveying IT buyers about their upcoming projects, asking them questions like, what vendors are you preparing to shortlist? What we found was really interesting. Advertisers who had a consistent brand presence over a year-long period really lifted their consideration rate by more than 25%. They appeared on buyer shortlists 25% more often than before. Now, we're not talking about running millions of impressions to see these kinds of results. It's only really a minimum of 250,000 impressions per quarter. Question number 2 is, do you want to increase your email performance? Everybody's inbox is inundated these days. How do you break through the noise? Turns out that coordinated branding is one solution. At TechTarget, we run lots of integrated campaigns where we're targeting the same prospects with banners and emails at the same time with the same message and offer. What we found was that prospects targeted with ads were 22% more likely to click on an email offer on that same subject and that same promotion. So just think about that in terms of the thousands of emails you're probably sending out every month. When you coordinate branding with email delivery, you're going to drive 22% more leads right into the top of your funnel. Question number 3 is, do you struggle to generate qualified demand? There's a big difference between lead gen and demand gen. It's easy to fill the top of your funnel with cheap leads. It's much harder to convert them into MQLs, SQLs, and pipe. Targeted branding is essential to creating more qualified demand. So it's well known that buyers usually get halfway through their decision process before they'll ever really reach out to you as a supplier. The role of branding is to win early in that process so that you can win late. Branding helps you create awareness while that buyer is setting their course. Awareness of your company, of your solution. Then, when they do come to contact you, they're a more serious and qualified prospect. Ultimately, they're going to move faster through your pipeline. So when you tie all these ideas together, you start to get a picture of how branding can really impact your funnel in very tangible ways. When you drive more top-of-funnel leads, and when those leads have developed a preference for you, it can really show up in sales ROI. How? Well, prospects will recognize you when you call. They're going to be more likely to return your voicemails. They're more likely to take a meeting with you. They're more likely to put you on the short list when it gets to that point. Ultimately, they're going to be more likely to buy from you. If you'd like more info on how branding can help you make a difference in your market, contact us at branding@techtarget.com for a one-on-one consultation.